Last Valentine's Day, Yui wanted to confess her feelings to her classmate, Shougo. She had a crush on him for the longest time, and had even made him a gift. However, when the moment arrived, she froze. The words stuck in her throat, and she never managed to say what she wanted to say. But that was the old her. She spent the year changing herself, improving, all for this moment. She promised herself that this time, she'll get it right. She approached Shougo at his locker and braced herself. He looked at her, saying her name, which spurred her into action. This time, the words flowed, and she told him that she had something important to tell him. Arriving at Shugo's house, they ended up studying maths. She was expecting Shougo to catch on to her feelings, and this to be all so romantic, not just sitting there and him teaching her. She blushed, embarrassed by her failed confession attempt. Disappointedly, she looks towards her bag, thinking of the present that she had made. She thought of how this year will be a repeat of last year. She was happy to have gotten into his room, but that might mean that he doesn't see her as a girl. Realizing that she's thinking too negatively, she decides to push on, to close the gap between her and Shougo. Going on the offensive, she poses as seductively as she can, asking about a question and brushing against Shugo's arm. He quickly questions if she's getting close, while she just acts naive, saying that she can't see without getting close. Shougo, blushing, can't take it much longer. Shuffling away, Shougo stutters, saying that he made some notes on that question and he'll get them now. Still playing innocent, Yui says that it's great. Seeing something fall when Shougo moved away, Yui goes to pick it up, telling him about it. Getting a closer look, Yui goes bright red, seeing that it's protection, while Shougo tries to explain it away while he also goes bright red. Looking down, Yui says that he must be carrying this since he has a girlfriend, right? He could have told her. He continues to try explaining but stops. Seeing Yui crying, he asks why. Through the tears, Yui manages to explain that she never heard that Shougo had a girlfriend. Realizing what she's implying, he asks if she likes him. Yui only admits it by blushing even harder. He didn't realize that she felt that way, but said it explained Yui's huge makeover. Yui asks why does Shougo have to be so dense? He explains that she has it all wrong. He got the protection to try and use it like a charm. Nothing more, nothing less. Now knowing that Shougo is single, the blush returns to Yui's face as she then moves closer to him, asking if he's really telling the truth. He says that yes, he's really single. Brushing away her tears, Yui says that she's so glad to hear it, relief flowing through her. Meanwhile, something else flowed through Shougo. He apologizes, saying that he's the worst, especially since he made the girl he likes cry. The words shock Yui as the emotional roller coaster continues. Making a decision, Yui looks at the protection and asks if they should try it. Shougo is taken completely by surprise as Yui continues. She asks that the reason he carries around is for that reason, right? To be used? He asks if she's sure. Moving to embrace Shougo, Yui says that he doesn't even need to ask that, since he's the only one she wants, before kissing him gently. The next day after school, Yui wraps a scarf around Shougo, wishing him a happy Valentine's Day. She explains that she wanted to give it to him before they did the deed, but the order managed to get reversed. She apologizes if the scarf isn't great, since she made it by hand for him. He counters, saying that it isn't lousy and it's actually really warm. He thanked her, adding that he really likes it. Grabbing his arm and squeezing against him, Yui says that this should warm him up more. Startled and blushing, Shougo can only call out her name. Laughing mischievously, she says that he promised to never let her go, right?